Authorities have just released disturbing details regarding an Alexandria, Minnesota teenage girl who was found safe yesterday. Authorities now say 3 men are under arrest and will be charged this week in the abduction of Alexandria teenager Jasmine Block. Block disappeared from her home on August 8th and has since been the focus of an intense search by law enforcement. At approximately 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday, Block was found running through a field in Grant County near Thompson Lake toward a local resident. She identified herself as Jasmine Block and asked the man to call 911. Block told responding officers that she had been abducted. 3 men are being held in the Douglas County Jail on probable cause for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and assault. Thomas Barker, 32, of Carlos, Minnesota, Stephen Powers, 20, of Mankato, and Joshua Holby, 31, of Carlos, Minnesota. Specific charges will be determined by the county attorney. According to the preliminary investigation, Thomas Barker approached Block outside of her home around 11 p.m. on August 6th on the pretense that he needed help with a situation. Mr. Barker was known to Block, so she offered to assist and entered Barker's vehicle. Barker drove Block to his residence in Carlos, Minnesota. Once inside, he restrained her with zip ties, repeatedly assaulted her, and threatened her with weapons. Mr. Holby lives with Mr. Barker and took part in the assaults, as did Mr. Powers, who arrived at the home about 2 weeks following the abduction. These assaults continued over several weeks while she was being held. Late last week, the men took Block from the house to various locations, including a cornfield and a foreclosed property in Grant County. On Tuesday afternoon, the 3 men left Block alone while they traveled to a nearby town for lunch. This was the first time in 29 days she was left alone. Block ran for help, knocking on doors at several homes and eventually swimming across part of Thompson Lake to locate a residence where someone could help her. Authorities say this remains an ongoing investigation and many details about what happened are still to be learned. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNews.TV.